passionate. I work hard to win it, pop it ain't on accident. Yeah, I'm always on go, better watch you.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I just filmed my Fashion Nova lingerie haul and I hope you guys tune into that. But for now, I'm going to do an Adam and Eve haul, and I want to talk about fetishes or fetishizing, and I want to talk about preference as well. So I like to do these Adam and Eve hauls with, I guess, some substance rather than just showing you a bunch of sex toys. So I just thought about this topic because I was like, what can I talk about, you know, that's, I guess, important to me but still interesting to talk about, you know, because it might be important to other people. So before we get into that, I do want to mention that this video is sponsored by Adam and Eve, like most of my sex toy hauls are. So yeah, I will be talking a little bit and showing you a little bit as well. I guess I'll go ahead and show you something really quickly before we get into the whole topic. So the first thing that I have here is something I never had before, because usually sometimes my toys repeat and I'm just like, oh, you know, I already had this, but oh, look, it matches my nails. Anywho, so this is different. It's actually shave cream, a miracle oil shave cream, and then miracle oil. So I was like, oh, you know, like, I just never had any shaving cream from Adam and Eve, and I can't even open it, so what in the world? And I'm really excited about something they sent me. This box was all surprised I didn't pick anything out. It was just sent. So shout out to Lee because he knows me, because this is great stuff. I'm actually pretty sick if you can't tell, but I can smell that this is pretty minty. So, oh, it's tea tree shave cream. So I smell that. Apply to wet, clean skin. Cool. It seems pretty natural. So that's that. And then also have the miracle oil, which it said is for, can be used for dry feet and heels, shave bumps, calms the effects of waxing, which I do, so this is great for your nail cuticles and so much more. So this is cool. It's 100% vegan, paraben free, gluten free, and THC free, and it's probably minty as well. Yeah, it's also minty. So that's the first thing that Adam and Eve sent me, and let me give you guys a close-up shot. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So a lot of the time, as a plus-size woman and dating and stuff like that, we always have to question whether or not this person really, really likes us, whether or not they're going to want to hide us, or, you know, just a bunch of things, are ashamed, don't really want to, you know, just, again, show us off to their friends, family, whatever the case is, social media, and or if we're just a fetish and they just have a thing for fat and extra meat and fluff and stretch marks and rolls and cellulite. We never know what the case is. But you can also question, that's a good point. You know, because when somebody says, well, I like skinny girls or I like thin girls, does that mean they fetishize them, or that's just their preference? They don't prefer a bigger woman, you know? So, again, preference and fetishizing can be really, it's like a thin line in between both. And it, you know, you just never know what people's true intentions are. And luckily, I also look at my partner's past. Like, what have they dated in the past? And it's okay to prefer bigger woman, but it's not okay for people to be in your DMs and be like, yeah, I just want you to sit on my face and suffocate me and just all this weird stuff. It's just like, that's definitely a fetish. That's not just I prefer a bigger woman, you know? So women. But I like to look at the past people, not so much look at them, but I just be like, you know, what body types did you date in the past, or whatever the case is. And although you should be focused on the present and moving forward with this person, it's just nice to know, like, did you always have a preference for lighter women, bigger women? And I mean lighter as in their skin tone, like lighter, darker, caramel, whatever the case is. Big women, thick women, thin women, you know, just what have you dated in the past? And luckily, my boyfriend, he's dated skinny women, big women, more so big women. So it's just like thick women too. So I'm just like, you know, I like to just get a feel for what I'm getting into. Like, do you have a thing for, what do you have a thing for? Like, I need to know. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys was the Eve's Duster Thruster. I just gave them a whole name, y'all. It's the Eve's Deluxe Duster, not the Duster Thruster. Don't go look that up. So, looks like this. I love this shade of blue. It's so pretty. And basically, I like that their toys come with a 5-year warranty, most of them. And this one has 2 motors. It has 9 speeds and functions. 3 thrusting and twirling speeds, rechargeable. I love rechargeable things. 9 inches long. Basically 1.5 inches wide. Waterproof, submersible, and all that good stuff that it most likely always is. Silicone, latex free, which is really good because a lot of the times vaginas don't react well to latex. So yeah, that's just fun fact, I guess. So yeah, that's this right here. And I'm going to show you one more thing before I continue. So they also sent me a teddy, or do you call this a teddy, or it's not a slip. Anywho, this is a pink champagne one size fits most skirted teddy. So it is a teddy, and it's just really, really pretty. So if you guys can see, looks like that. And I think this is really nice to just throw on. This is what the back looks like. So yeah, it says one size fits most, and this is the queen size. And for the most part, I do fit Adam and Eve stuff. I like that they do offer plus size lingerie, and they actually are expanding that collection a lot. Like every time I go in there, it's way more items than what it was before. So love that. It has stretch, and it's like a high-low skirt. Cute, real cute. It's a G-string in the back, so that's interesting. So getting back into what I was saying. So recently, and this is just something else. Recently, a party happened in, I guess, Miami, I believe. Not really sure. Could have been California. Don't ask me. But I just been seeing it around Twitter, and it was like Future basically told the club promoters, or the club promoters asked Future if he wanted fat women in the club, where he was going to be that night, and he was like, no, like no fatties in the club or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, that's just so weird, because if people are paying money, why does it matter what their body type is, or just, you know, it's just weird that in 2019 you're getting denied at the club, or you're getting charged extra, you know, to be allowed into a club. And I was like, luckily I'm not a clubber. But you know, you can't think like that. You can't just think, well, that doesn't exclude me because, well, that excludes me because I'm a plus size girl who doesn't like the club, so I don't have to worry about that. Like, no, because I do go to the club from time to time, and even if I just never ever went to the club, it's just like, you know, to see my plus size sisters, you know, out here, to see my plus size sisters out here being denied because they're a certain size is just crazy to me. And for you to be a promoter, a bouncer, whatever you are at the door saying, no ma'am, no Sam, we ain't doing your body type, not tonight. You know, I wonder if it was like embarrassing, like, no fatties in the club, or was it just like, we don't want plus size women in the club, you know, sorry, Future's request. Like, Future, I already don't like you because of the way that you troll your exes and stuff on social media. I just don't like that part. But gosh, like, I don't even listen to his music like that either, so trash. On to the next. On to the next. Just on to the next. It's just like March 2019, and that's what we're doing? Really? Okay. Oh, I'm going to talk about something else too, about Victoria's Secret, so hopefully I can remember. Victoria's Secret. Okay, boom. So the next thing we have is one of my favorite things. Oh, 2 of my favorite things ever. So This is the Euphoria bullet, and it has 3 different tips, and it looks like that. I don't know if my camera wants to focus on it, but it just looks like that. And it's waterproof, and they do take batteries, so that's about this one. It requires 1 AAA battery. It has 3 attachments, as I mentioned. It's I'm trying to see how many functions that it has, but it doesn't really say. It's probably just 1, but it says funk vibrations. So yeah, Euphoria is a pleasure-packed petite vibe, perfect for travel. You'll love the power of this smooth bullet. It's so funny for someone just to think about traveling, like, oh snap, did I get my bullet? Like, what's going on? But yeah, doesn't really tell me how many vibrations that it has. So that one takes batteries, but this one is the blue diamond, and it is rechargeable, and this one has 10 vibrating functions, also 5-year warranty, as I mentioned, rechargeable, and I just love bullets. Favorite thing in the world. So let's talk about Victoria's Secret and how they're basically, I'm going to do a bunch of topics in this video, obviously. They're having to close 53 stores this year. And I'm just like, it's so easy to be inclusive. It's so easy to hire people who can help you not only market to plus size women, cater to plus size women, but, you know, tailor, you know, lingerie, bras, panties, and stuff for plus size women. I shouldn't have to go in a store and your biggest size is an extra large. And although I can fit some things that are an extra large from Victoria's Secret, I have like this velvet short tank type of set that is extra large, and it is like stretchy and it fits. But it's just like, that's probably the only thing in my closet that's Victoria's Secret. Like, you don't cater to plus size women, and it's okay that you don't cater to them, but it would be nice to include them, because not everybody is an extra large and below, obviously. So I heard that they offer plus size online, but I'm like, but in stores, we're talking about in stores, you know, 53 stores are closing, and that's because you're not inclusive. And I was like, if you look at companies and brands that have now began to incorporate plus size women, if you see how they're thriving because of that, then you would understand, like, this is it's major, you know. The whole body positive movement, where we are all now more appreciative of the bodies that we are in, and if we want to work on them, we choose to, but we just are not forcing ourselves to get down to a size 0 through, I guess, 12. I don't even know what's considered plus size anymore, but yeah, you know, people are not forcing themselves to be certain sizes anymore, and we're just trying to maintain health at the sizes we are, and if we happen to get smaller, then so be it. But it's just, I don't know. If you're inclusive, like brands that I've worked with that have become inclusive and just started launching plus size lines and stuff like that out of nowhere, honestly, they have became like the biggest brands on social media. The biggest brands, they are growing exponentially, or is that the word I want to use? Maybe. But they're growing, like the numbers are increasing steadily, and you would just see more growth in your brand when you become more inclusive. And honestly, Rihanna proved that to a lot of people. When she dropped those shades in the Fenty foundation, and people was like, what? How many shades she got? What's the shade range? Every makeup brand started doing it. Like, honestly, brands that never catered to, you know, just the shades in between medium brown and, you know, chocolate brown, or whatever, you know, you guys want to call it, like a rich, deep chocolate. Brands that never even catered to them started offering 20 concealers, you know, 30 foundation shades. Like, they just started coming out of nowhere. But you will learn a lot when you become inclusive, and that's just a fact. With makeup, with this thing is so funny, with makeup, with clothing, with all of that. So I have 2 more things to show you guys. This right here, I showed my boyfriend. I was like, bruh, like, what? This is the M for men, M2 excitement, multiplied, whatever you want to call it. So what is this, M squared? Don't even know. But it's basically like a fleshlight, but it's not like a, I don't even know. Like, when I'll take it out, you guys will see. It's so heavy too. I'm like, who want to do this? Who wants to do this? So let me move up. So it looks like this. Ooh, nail color popping with it. And I think you screw this off. And in here is where you insert. And with this, you kind of control pressure points on the inside. It's really, really weird. I guess because I don't have a penis. So then you turn something. And I'm trying to show you guys the inside. So look. So this is what the inside looks like, which if you do use this, I think this is cool because it is like easy to clean if you know, inside of it. So read between the lines. So yeah, you can just open it and clean it and get back to business, I guess. But yeah, that's this right here. And I don't want to call it a fleshlight, but it's kind of like that. It's just really squishy. It's an interesting thing. It's very interesting. So, the last thing Adam and Eve sent me, it's so pretty. Look at this. So, this is the toy chest lockable storage for your adult toys. And you can set a password on top. And then it opens up. But I'm not going to use this for sex toys. I'm going to use this for makeup. So, yeah, I might be traveling with this. I'm going to Myrtle Beach on Wednesday. And I'm coming back Sunday. So, yeah, I might use this for that. But, they sent me a cute toy chest. Like, I love this, y'all. Is there something else I want to talk about? Another topic. Okay, so, last thing, real quick. On Twitter, somebody was like... let me get it. Somebody said, skinny doesn't mean pretty. Or something like that. You know, basically saying, just because you skinny doesn't make you cute. Just because you fat don't make you ugly. And although that's a true statement, I felt like with that, there was just a better way to say it. You can uplift one, I guess, body type without putting another down. You understand? And just like for men, I feel like you can prefer a certain type of woman without having to put another woman down. Just like interracial dating and stuff like that. When people just like, black men love white women and other races and foreign women and all of that. But I'm just like, people are free to date whoever they want to date. But once you date outside your race and your reason for dating outside your race is to bash your own race, then that's where the problem comes in. Because, I mean... I don't know, you know, your mother is black, whatever, sister's black, cousin's black, grandmother's black, or possibly, you know, it's just, you shouldn't have to put down one race, body type, or anything like that, just to get your point across about how much you love something else or someone else. So thank you guys for joining. So I do have a coupon code. It is white, and you can save, I believe, 50% off of any single item. It does have certain exclusions, and I'll leave that down below. I'll leave the website, of course, down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little hot topic, plus size hot topic type of video. I hope it was just a cool, fun video for you to watch. And yeah, I think that's everything. Well, I'll just do a sum up of all the points. So my first point was basically, it's hard to tell whether a person likes you, prefers you, or fetishizes you. And then secondly, I was stating that brands, was I stating that? Because I feel like I went off on another tangent, but yeah. Brands that are more inclusive tend to prosper more. And thirdly, you don't have to put down one group of people just to uplift another or show appreciation for another. It doesn't have to, I guess, have a negative impact on the other set of people. So yeah, that was pretty much that. And I feel like I talked about something else, but I can't quite remember. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this type of video, you know, kind of hot topics, plus size topics, whatever the case is. So yeah, thank you for joining, and shout out to Adam and Eve for always, you know, supporting your girl and coming through with the good old toys. And this chest right here is life.